This is the Padres POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the
San Diego Padres.
Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
What is up, Padre fan? Welcome to your Padres POSTCAST on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. I am Jim Greasehaber. You can call me Grease, Gries, at Jim Grease _ on social media. And man, I wish I had something good to say today about the Padres. Actually, I have a lot of good things to say about the Padres, but another L is an L is an L. So it's 3 in a row now for the Pods as they drop one in St. Louis. You can find me in St. Louis. Yeah, and it looked like a Nelly crowd, man. It was exciting in there tonight. What a great baseball city. What a great baseball stadium. Man, what great baseball fans in St. Louis. And they were literally on the edge of their seats all night. Tonight, it was a beer league softball game. It was 9-7 Cardinals, the final. I mean, they were up 8-2 in this game at one point. And, you know, the Padres kept coming back and clawing back. A tough start for you, Darvish. Didn't quite get it done. We have a lot to talk about, to unpack on the heels of this game. They've lost 3 in a row. The offense shows up and shows out. Fernando even had himself a big night, and that might be a real good sign of things to come. All kinds of things to kind of look forward to and be positive about, but another loss, and it came at the expense of another great offensive outing, and they've had 3 in the last week. They had an 8-run game, a 7-run game, and now another 7-run game, and unfortunately, they drop this one tonight. Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease, Gries. Want to thank you for making us your first watch or listen every single day. Myself with the postcast, Javier Arraez with the podcast, Locked On Padres. He's day in, day out. I'm after the games, live on YouTube. After the live show, we upload, you download Spotify, Apple, iHeart, Stitcher, Podbean. Yeah, baby. Roku. OTT. Yeah, you know me. Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease, Padres postcast. Thank you for being here. We are ready to roll. What do you say we kick this thing into high gear? 9-7 Cardinals. A lot to talk about on your Padres postcast on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Confounding is the word. You know, Grease is the word. That's my name, Gries, at Jim Grease _ on social media. 9-7, the final. Look, you're still in the wild card right now. I mean, the Giants are right behind you in the division and in the wild card. Dodgers somehow stole a win yesterday, and they are 5 up on you as of right now in the division. It's rough, right? Losing 3 in a row the way they've lost them. Some games you're not scoring enough. Then when you score a ton, you're not getting the pitching. And you, Darvish, got ripped tonight. That's the real story of this game. The real story of this game, number one, is that you, Darvish, just got crushed. And that, to me, is, you know, I mean, it happens, right? He gave up 2 2-run homers, you know, in a big, big, big night for the Cardinals offense. And they can hit now. Don't get me wrong. The Cardinals can hit. And they were doing a lot of this tonight in St. Louis. They were doing a lot of this, a lot of celebrating, a lot of things happening in that stadium tonight from an offensive standpoint. And the Padres got a lot of things going offensively in this game. Hey, remember that show, One to Grow On? You got a lot more than one to grow on here for the Padres, but it was not enough because you, Darvish, just couldn't make it stick. And that's going to happen. Like, it's his 4th start back, and it just some nights are not going to be your night. But, you know, Brendan, Donovan, and Wilson Contreras, Willson with 2 L's, by the way. Willson, they both hit 3-run homers in the second inning, a 6-run second for the Redbirds, and that was pretty much all she wrote, right? Even though the Padres ended up scoring 7 runs, they were playing from behind from that point on, and they actually took a 2-0 lead in the first. Arraez with an RBI double, scoring Fernando from first after his single, and then Jackson Merrill with a single, scoring Arraez. Stars shining bright for the Padres offensively. Those top 4 guys with Fernando and Arraez and Manny and Merrill, they went off tonight. They went off. They can hardly play any better than they did tonight, and we'll give you the numbers in a moment. But Willson had 4 RBIs tonight. It should be RBI, by the way. Donovan, 3 hits. Iván Herrera, 3 hits. Solo homer from him. Sonny Gray gives up 7 runs and gets the win to go to 10-4. 7 runs. First time in his career he gave up 7 runs and gets the dub. So that was rough. You know, 6 of those runs earned on 11 hits, 5 strikeouts in 5 innings. They almost got to Ryan Helsley in the ninth, but just couldn't get it going. You know, they did get a little something going in the ninth. We'll explain that in a moment. But Fernando with a home run tonight, Manny with a home run tonight. They each had 3 hits. They both hit their home runs the opposite way. You know, so a solo shot Fernando and a 2-run shot for Manny. So they got it going a lot. Manny a lot more, and Fernando really getting it going tonight. He hasn't been hitting anything lately. Gavin Sheets an RBI ground out. You know what I mean? And then Bogey scored on an error by Bryce Johnson, throwing error by Bryce Johnson. But really, really interesting tonight. You know what I mean? And it just Jordan Walker with a single, a walk to Scott with 2 outs, and then Donovan clears the bases. You know what I mean? Just one of those things that make it 7-2 in the second inning. And it just was one of those games, just couldn't catch up. And when you look at what Darvish had been doing on his path back, and you know, just you didn't see this coming. You just expected him to get better each time out. But, you know, they're a 665 winning percentage at home against the Padres all time. That's 3rd best in MLB history. And you're going to rely on Nick Pivetta again tomorrow like you have all year. This time, though, losers of 3 in a row. And they really need to start winning. The Dodgers had been losing. You've now lost a bunch of ground in the division. You've lost some ground in the wild card race right now. And when you look at the standings right now in the West, you're 5 back. The Giants are 6 back, right? You're 5 back. The Giants are 6 back. And, you know, the Giants not too long ago were 3 games behind you. So with the deadline coming, and you already know that Josh Naylor, former Padre, traded from Arizona to Seattle to go with Cal Raleigh, who's got 39 homers. Ridiculous, right? So they're starting to come now. I've read that the Padres could trade for Ozuna. We talked about Kyle Stowers, maybe Sandy Alcantara, maybe his name's escaping me right now. I can't think, but there's so many of them, right? When you think about it, how about Jarren Duran from Boston with all those stolen bases and the defense there? So you got a lot there, and I am not here to talk about those things. I'm here to stay on task. Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease. Padres POSTCAST on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day. Still to come. Turning point of the game, your player of the game, the star of our show besides me, and we'll get you ready for tomorrow. I'm Jim Greasehaber. You can call me Grease. We have a new sponsor to welcome to the show tonight, but we have incredible deals for you from some of the best companies in the world because they can't wait to get access to you because the rising tide, the numbers have been through the roof with the Locked On Podcast Network, and we are here to take care of you and give you what you want and what you need day in and day out. I'm Jim Greasehaber. Call me Grease. We're going to tell you about a couple of amazing deals from our sponsors, and then we're going to let you know about the turning point of the game, who's the star of our show, get you ready for tomorrow, and get on out of here. It's Padres POSTCAST on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. I want to take a chance to welcome Game Day Hugh to the show. Tonight's episode of Padres POSTCAST is brought to you by Game Day Hugh, and so is this hat that I have from them. As a matter of fact, I have it right here. All right. See, there we go. I didn't even know that it was in the script that I was wearing the hat, and I've been wearing this thing to death, as you notice right here. So obviously, check this bad boy out. You can see the sweat stains on it already. You know what I'm saying? It's summertime. But yeah, absolutely pumped to welcome Game Day Hugh. Check out this hat I'm wearing for Padre guys like me. This one hits the mark. Game Day Hugh makes clean, no logo gear with team-inspired colorways for every pro and college fan base. It's all about letting your colors speak for you. No giant logos, just smart, versatile style that works on game day, on the course, or anywhere in between. Case in point, right now, doing the show. I love rocking it on the course. You can see the sweat stains here. I love going for a run. It's got that nice material. It's a little stretchy. It's absorbent. It's amazing, and I don't have to worry about messing up the logos or anything running on the hat. I actually have 2 styles of the hat right now, and it's not just the hats. It's split shade gloves as well, and I will show you the glove tomorrow. I'm not walking around like Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying, with one glove, but it's a golf glove, man, and it's awesome, right? Absolutely awesome with a capital A, baby. You know what I mean? So I really enjoy it, and I'm happy to have them on the show. Right now, you can get 15% off hats like this in your team's colors with the code MLB15 at GameDayHugh.com. That's GameDay, H-U-E, GameDayHugh.com. The code even stacks on bundle deals, so now's the time to load up, just like I did. Let your colors talk, because colors speak louder than words. That's Game Day Hue, code MLB15 on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Ever wish managing your money felt easier? With Monarch Money, it can. Whether you're growing your savings or planning a big purchase, Monarch puts you in the driver's seat. It's like having your own personal CFO, giving you full visibility and control over your finances. Monarch Money is more than a budgeting app. It's a complete financial command center. You can track all your accounts, investments, and spending in one place. So in addition to managing your money, you're also building wealth, right? Unbelievable. You got to love that. So having everything in one app, it makes it easier to manage my money day to day. Everything in one spot. Don't have to worry about it. I can share finances with my lady. No problems there. We're both in the same place doing the same things in the same app. It makes it very easy for us. So do what we did. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. That's monarchmoney.com, code LOCKEDONMLB for half off your first year with Monarch Money on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every single day. All right, Jim Greasehopper, call me Grease while you're here. Hit that subscribe, right? No matter where you are, whether you're watching live right after, and there's the hat right there from Game Day Hue, whether you are watching live right after the game ends on YouTube and you see this handsome face in all its glory, whether you're downloading, after we upload from wherever you get your podcast, Spotify, Apple, iHeart, Stitcher, Podbean, or if you're watching on Roku. You down with OPP? No, OTT. Yeah, you know me. This whole party, you know what I'm saying? Should be a party in the gas lamp tonight. You, Darvish, you. No, not you. I don't know you. I don't know who's on first, second, you. I don't know. But you, Darvish, got to get it going, right? Got it. With King out still, and Cease has been so inconsistent. They're actually talking about trading Dylan Cease. Make sure you check out Locked On Padres podcast day in and day out. Same exact platforms as me right here with Javi. The rising tide lifting all boats. We are family. Our tribe is growing by the day, and we bring you the ins, the outs, the ups, the downs, no nonsense with the pods. All right, Jim Greasehopper, call me Grease. Let's get it moving, shall we? Couple of things to get to, short time to get to them. What do you say we start with this?
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
The turning point in this game. Would you say it was the second inning? Would you say it was the second inning? That would be the inning during which the St. Louis Cardinals scored 6 runs on 2 3-run homers off you. No, not you. You, Darvish, right? So Darvish gets the loss. He's 0-3. 3 1/3, 8 hits, 8 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks for you, Darvish. 5 innings pitched, 11 hits, 6 earned runs for Sonny Gray, and he gets the win. Helsley gets the save, number 20, an inning, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. You know what I'm saying? And, Louis Arraez doubles to right, scoring Fernando in the first. And Jackson Merrill singles to right, scoring Arraez in the first. You're up 2-0. Cardinals in the bottom of the second hang 6 on you, Darvish. And that right there is the turning point of the game, because you give up a 6 spot and you're not coming back from that. So again, the Cardinals, and it just was one of those nights for them where they were just celebrating all night long. Homer after homer after homer, or so it seemed, which leads us to, some encouraging things, by the way, even though it's nobody on their pitching staff, but some encouraging things happening tonight for the Padres and some viable contenders for...
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Could it be? And of course, the Cardinals had no shortage and a slew of contenders for the player of the game, right? The box score full of Cardinals who had huge nights tonight. Donovan, 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs. Herrera, 3 for 4 with 2 knocked in. Contreras, 2 for 3, 4 RBIs. I mean, Donovan and Herrera scored 2 runs on top of it, as did Scott in the 9-hole. So one of those nights, and really the bullpen for the Cardinals was good too. They went 4 scoreless innings. You're used to seeing that from the Pods, right? So the Cardinals with no shortage of candidates for the player of the game. When it comes to the Padres, though, that top of the lineup really encouraging. When you look at Tatis, Arraez, Machado, and Merrill, a total right there of 19 at-bats. They were 10 for 19 tonight. They were 10 for 19 with 6 runs scored, with 5 runs driven in. That top of the lineup for the Padres. And look, that's pretty good. Pretty good. So Merrill 2 for 5 tonight. Manny 3 for 5 with a 2-run homer. Louis Arraez 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. But the man tonight, oh, look at Manny. I got to throw Manny up there as an honorable mention. He's been playing great ball lately, even though the last 2 games before today, he committed a throwing error. A run scored on one of them that ended up being the difference in the game, and an unearned run as part of the other one that ended up being the difference in the game. So 2 games in a row, Manny had a throwing error that led to an unearned run and cost them the game in some fashion. But tonight, Manny was fantastic, so had to throw that up there. And his defense is always so good. You know what I mean? Manny just really legitimately one of the true stars in the game. But our star of the game tonight got the average all the way up to 266. Hit home run number 17. He's so good, he got voted in by his peers when he's not hitting anything. He had booked a vacation that he didn't get a refund. He didn't get a refund on because he went to the All-Star game. He was expecting literally convinced that he wouldn't be there because he wasn't playing up to his standards, but he still gets on base. He still steals bags, still scores from first on a double like he did tonight, still plays incredible defense. And tonight, when he hits like he did tonight, 3 for 5, 2 runs scored, an RBI and a homer. It's kind of hard to believe the Padres won't be there till the very end. When Fernando Tatis Jr. plays like that, it's a Tati party, and they should have won this game. If Darvish would have given him anything tonight, they would have won this game. Huge night for the top of the order. Fernando, 3 hits. Arraez, 2 hits. Manny, 3. Merrill, 2. You know what I mean? Just a big, big night. But again, Darvish just could not get it done. 3 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 8 earned runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Was that 69 pitches? Yeah, 69 pitches. And Peralta gave up a solo shot. Matsui an inning and a third, scoreless. Estrada and Kyle Hart also scoreless innings. And Hart had a nice job getting out of a bases-loaded jam. In fact, 3 times tonight, the Cardinals had the bases loaded and didn't score. It could have been a lot worse. And then when you look at the Padres, again, 2 for 11 with runners in scoring position and 8 men left on base. You lose by 2. It's been happening game in, game out. You can blame the Manny errors, the 2 games before that, but it's been happening nonstop with this team, and it has got to end. There's no doubt about that. Well, tomorrow, the right guy on the mound to put a stop to it, Nick Pivetta, 10-2 with a 2.81 ERA. He is going to face Miles Mikolas, 5-7 with a 5.2 ERA. By the way, Manny's homer tonight was his 19th. Fernando, number 17. But the Padres lose 9-7. They've lost 3 in a row. And again, falling and sliding further down in those standings. And let me just make sure I got this right here. The wild card standings are, the Padres are in that 3rd spot, a game ahead of the Giants, 2 games ahead of the Reds, 3.5 behind Philly, 5.5 behind the Cubs. Now, remember, the Cubs and the Phillies are right there neck and neck with the Brewers and the New York Mets, who are leading their divisions now. And it hasn't been that way for most of the year. It was Cubs and it was Phillies. But now it's the Mets with a half-game lead over Philly, and it's the Brewers with a 1-game lead over the Cubs. Everybody else playing for the wild card in the Central and in the East. It's 2-team race in each of those divisions. Maybe 3 in the West. Dodgers 5 up on the Pods, 6 up on the Giants. And again, the Giants just a game behind the Padres in the wild card race. That's all there is, Padre fan. There is no more. Your Padres postcast on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease. Very simple. Myself, live on YouTube right after every game. And then after that, we upload, you download wherever you get your audio podcast and to Roku. Same thing with Javier Arraez, except he uploads day to day with your Locked On Padres podcast for all your trade deadline stuff. And then, of course, there's Locked On MLB Game Night on the Locked On MLB YouTube channel, which is every game, every night, national, type stuff. It's really a great show. You'll want to check that out as well. And again, tomorrow, first pitch in the Lou. You can find me in St. Louis, where they're going to play a ring all day. So it's a 4:15 game Pacific time. Again, tomorrow, maybe the Padres can get off the schneid, break the losing streak with Pivetta on the mound. And who knows, maybe by then we'll have a trade to talk about with the deadline approaching and Josh Naylor becoming the first domino from the Diamondbacks to the Mariners to fall. Keep your game tight and your mind right, Padre fan. And thank you so much for watching Padres Postcast on the Locked On Podcast Network with me, Jim Greasehaber. Call me Grease, your team, yours, every day. We're out.